As Valentine's Day approaches, many people are thinking about their significant others and whether it's time to have that conversation about money and whether you share everything or keep that part of your lives separate. Peter Sashecki from Everything Financial joins us now with his best advice on couples and finance. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Kerri.
Okay, so I think it's an important conversation to have, especially if you're in a dedicated relationship. When should a couple start having a financial plan together?
Once they're committed to stick together, or maybe after that period of time that they're a legal couple, then they should start looking at what are they going to do to combine finances. And the power of two is better than two individuals trying to do things separately, because they tend to pull in different directions when they're doing things separately. So once they're a committed couple, whether that's being married or just in a relationship where they know they're going to be together or plan to be together, for good.
Just a side question to that. Do you feel that couples should continue to have separate bank accounts, maybe plan things together, but still have those separate finances?
Sometimes it works for couples and sometimes it doesn't. I see this all the time with people doing things separately. But you know what is generally interesting is when couples come in, there's one in the couple, and it's always different, who tends to be the saver, the planner, the one who calculates things and pays the bills. And then there's the other one in the couple who tends to not be as diligent, maybe a little less responsible, and tries to spend willy-nilly. So there's nothing wrong with having separate bank accounts, but they should have the main thing, communication, and know what the other is doing so they both on the same page. That's the main thing, is both in the relationship to be on the same page, or else it spells for disaster, and that's when the advisor has to come in and unfortunately have a Dr. Phil moment. And trust me, we have a lot of those.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's talk about spousal RSPs. Why do one?
Well, if the spouse is in a much lower income and the other person's in a much higher income, the person can buy a spousal RSP. So the contributor in the higher income gets the deduction, but the other spouse gets the money, especially say if one is still majority at home or looking after the kids who is not accumulating a lot of money, and say the one who's full-time or more at work or makes more money has a pension as well. This way you're kind of dividing your retirement money for later, but still maximizing your tax deduction. And the joke in the industry, as we always say, is, well, nothing wrong with a spousal RSP, just give them all the money and then they have to give you back half if something doesn't go right.
Da-dun-da. Okay, I know where you're going with that one, Peter. Hey, does it make sense to have one partner pay tax and the other get a refund?
Absolutely. I mean, again, someone say in a 42 to a 48% tax bracket getting a large refund, and maybe the other partner's in a 22% tax bracket not really getting a refund. So put more money into the person getting the 42, the 48, sometimes the 53% back, and then take some of that refund and pay the tax bill for your partner if they didn't take enough off, or they did a lot of different, maybe they do a couple different part-time jobs so they're not taxed properly and they have a small tax bill, because it's about the house. It's about the whole pot of money, not each individual. So I'd rather put money away and get 48% than put money away and get a 22% refund.
Yeah, it makes sense for a couple to really sort of work together on that one and consult a financial planner. But we just had this survey on that said that Canadians are going to be spending between $55 and $130 on Valentine's Day on their partner. What are your thoughts on that?
If you have it, spend it. But my thoughts on Valentine's Day. It's kind of the same thing as that other thing we talk about, RRSP, and I'm not saying the word because then I have to put money in the swear jar. They're artificial holidays designed to make people spend way more money than they need to. Why not buy the dozen roses today, because it's Wednesday, for 50% less than it's going to be next Tuesday? That's just my thought.
Yeah,
not that I'm a bah humbug bad on Valentine's Day, but I'm supposed to show people how to save money. Buy the flowers the day before, buy them the day after, and you'll save probably 50%.
I do like that idea. Buy them now, and maybe your partner will be twice as happy.
Because it's Wednesday, just buy them flowers.
Because it's Wednesday. Peter Sashecki, Everything Financial, thanks so much this morning for the financial advice and the love advice. Have a great day.
Thanks, Kerri. See you next week. You too.